I grew up riding on Highway 59 as a kid. My ancestors come from little towns along this highway. I wanted to find a way to do a crime series where every crime was a different town on this highway. My name is Attica Locke. I'm an author, television writer, producer, and I am the proud author of the Highway 59, Darren Matthews' East Texas Trilogy.
Yes, welcome back to our Let's Get Lit book series. All our authors of some of the hottest books right now join the TAM fam, and they say you should write about what you know. And that was Emmy-nominated screenwriter and my soror, Attica Locke. But Attica has written for shows like Empire, explaining how she's done just that with her award-winning Highway 59 crime trilogy, which follows Texas Ranger Darren Matthews on his mission to solve crimes throughout eastern Texas, or East Texas if you're from Texas. The series concludes with the highly anticipated final installment, Guide Me Home. TAM fam, please welcome Attica Locke! Closer.
You see I got my pearls on.
I see you have your pearls on. So there we were in Texas in July in 1,000 degrees being put in a sisterhood of unimaginable women. So it was Attica, her sister Timbe. You and Timbe are the first siblings, right, to ever be...
I think so.
They said be brought in, or at least in a very long time.
Yeah.
Was that just like a magical moment?
It was surreal. You were there. It was totally surreal. It was surreal.
Well, what was crazy is that it happened in Texas.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, Guide Me Home and the trilogies.
Yep.
And all roads lead to Texas. But I've never been on this highway before.
How do you get to your town?
How do I get to Luling?
Yeah.
My mom drives. That's how. But they say, I mean, the books are popular, but you are pulling from those Texas roots.
Yeah. My whole family on both sides, mom, dad, we all come from these little towns along Highway 59, which runs along the east part of the state from Arkansas down to Laredo.
Yeah.
And it just, I grew up just absorbed in this area. And I wanted to kind of write a love letter to my read on Texas, not big sky country, but the piney woods and all that kind of stuff. And I've got black folks in my family who wear cowboy boots. I have an uncle who has a cattle ranch. And so I also wanted, like, hey, black Texans are real and they exist.
Well, black cowboys. I mean, the history of our culture from Texas, you know, and I'll tell you, I mean, they say you should write what you know, and all of the projects that you work on, I always see a little bit of you. Even if it's something like Empire, where that's nothing like the life you live, but I see you in it. But I vividly remember we were there with the AKAs, and you pulled out your phone, and your dad, like, showing me photos of your family, and such a big part of this series really does come from the heart.
Yeah.
And that's hard because this is fictionalized characters.
Yes.
But they hit you.
Yes. I very much am interested in, yes, they're crime stories, but I'm always about what makes people tick. I'm always about what psychologically are people working through. And even where there are villains, what's the wound behind that makes a villain behave the way that they do?
Right.
So to me, I'm interested. I go into these stories out of curiosity, not like I have all the answers.
But when you approach crime, it's very different. You were concerned how fans would react to Guide Me Home because we see Darren take a different turn in his life. With his mother particularly, let's take a listen.
He couldn't have sung it better where his relationship with his mother was concerned. He knew it was Belle before he opened the door and found her standing with her back to him, reading the album cover as studiously as if it were a sacred text. The choice of music, its biting and bitter tone, was the only thing he recognized about her. Having last seen her 3 years ago, drunk and in a cheap fur coat, he couldn't make sense of the woman before him now.
So, how has Darren changed the most from when we first met him?
He is more tender with age and with time. And I knew that if I were going to close out this trilogy, that I had to reconcile Darren and his mother. Those two, their dynamic has been fun to write. It's been kind of painful to write. And to get back to what you were saying about my concern about fans is the real mystery to me in this book, the thing I'm most concerned about is the mystery of their relationship. Right. What broke between them way back when? What lies got told that made them misunderstand each other? And can it be put back together? I cared about what was happening at the level of the heart between a mother and her son.
You literally have me in goosebumps because that parent-child relationship is also a storyline in your own life because you now have a 17-year-old who's gone off to college.
That's my baby.
You dropped your baby off at college.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, obviously a very different relationship than Darren and his mom.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
at the heart,
I hope she likes me more than Darren likes
but
his
at
mom.
the heart of it, it is that parent-child relationship. How did this moment change you?
It is currently still changing me. But you know what it's asking of me? It is asking me to lay some of my anxieties down because there's nothing I can do. She's in the world. I simply have to trust in the constancy of life for her because otherwise I would be constantly checking Life 360, where is she? I can't do anything. That child is far away.
Yeah.
And I just know that I gave her some kind of common sense, and I just have to have faith.
I am so proud of you. But they did tell us when we became AKAs that no matter where your child goes to college, you can call an AKA and somebody will drive by to check on that child. So we have a sisterhood. I love you. Congratulations on this. Guide Me Home is out now. It completes Attica's Highway 59 trilogy. Every book matters. And let me tell you, you're going to be just, it's a life-changing series. You are, by the way, each taking home a copy of Guide Me Home. And if you're not